Welcome back to the show. Unfortunately, not the champions of Europe this time around, but we are still the champions of England. I'm sure you all saw all the scenes from the parade. It was a spectacle watching from all the way in South Africa. I felt like I was there. Excuse the voice, as you can hear. I'm sure it was a very, very tough watch on Saturday night. I lost my voice. This is honestly an improvement on what it was. But yeah, I am here. And we are going to look at the Champions League final. We are also going to look at Arsenal's season overall. And I'm saying we, because it's not just me today. Excuse me again. I am here with Timmy, like I said in the last video. Timmy, welcome to the show, Roski. This is
good to be here.
It's a long time in the making.
Yeah.
It's a long time in the making.
We've been trying.
I think when we first started playing this video, we probably would have had very different opinions on some of these players that we have today, bro.
Definitely.
Like, there were some uncomfortable conversations waiting to be had, but we sit here today as champions after 22 long years. And look, before we get into anything, I must ask, how has the last 22 years been, bro?
Struggles, banter, taking it on the chin, taking it pause.
Pause, broski. Essentially, look, we are old enough to have felt every single one of those years. And I remember them, bro.
I think on the day when we knew, okay, cool, I think the final day of the season, I got some champions because obviously we found out in the week already that we were. Yeah, so the Palace game didn't really matter, but got some champions, and then I got someone in the shop and I told him the last time I wasn't legally allowed to drink, so.
Damn.
So this time.
That's one way to put it, bro. That is true. I remember all the memes saying that no Arsenal fan has ever been able to make a Facebook post that says,
I think we made up for lost time, I would say. Social media knows.
It was almost the dream ending to it all. But even before this, coming into this season, I mean, what were your expectations? Did you expect the Champions League final this season at all? Did you expect the Prem?
Look, it's not a surprise. I think I expected us to compete, and I think that was the case up until like May, I would say, when we bowed out of the FA Cup
that
and
April, the cursed April.
Yeah, April. So I wanted us to compete, and I always want us to compete on every front.
Yeah.
And the team delivered that. And then if you are there and about come May, when it's time for the prizes to go out or when it's time for the big games to be played, if you are involved in the conversation, I think you always give yourself a chance to win something. And this year, it paid off.
It was up and down though, eh? Because I think, look, it was genuinely, it wasn't always a smooth ride. In the Champions League, it was. We coasted from the group stage.
Yeah.
And I think I'm with you there, bro. Like, expectations-wise, you have to count yourself in it. The one thing we've seen under Arteta so far was that we are in the conversations. Conversations we hadn't been in for years before this man came through.
Which is all you want.
So, look, I think that going into it, I had high hopes. I don't think I expected a Champions League final. I can't lie. Didn't expect it. But, I I'm delaying talking about this game because it's the biggest, it's the biggest downside, I'd say, of the last few weeks. But we got to get into it, bro. PSG, the champions. We were trying to become champions. What before the game, do you think we could win it? I'm stuttering over my own words here.
Look, you always give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
And I think in the manner that we also won the league, timing-wise, so it gave us maybe like half a week until the weekend.
Yep.
And then another week on top of that where we actually had time to properly digest the fact that we were champions of England, and it's undeniable.
The pre-parade was out the way.
Yes, so all of that was, so the weight was lifted from the team.
Mm-hmm.
The final played out how I imagined the final would play out.
Yeah.
The best attack versus the best defense. And I think Arteta is smart enough to know that.
Look, before we go, I just want to say on that point, obviously everyone's been very opinionated on Arsenal's approach to this game. You looked at the stats, you see the possession stats, you see the passing stats. Clearly, Arsenal had an approach in mind. So did you agree with that approach?
I agreed with the approach. I don't think I necessarily agree with the implementation of it.
That's fair. I think I'm with you there. Because it made sense to go defensive. Like you say,
yes, definitely.
It was best attack versus best defense. Our attack couldn't compete with theirs.
Definitely not. And I think Bayern tried and they found out that they have the second best attack in the world.
Basically, bro.
Basically.
And neither of them had the best defense in the world.
Yeah, so basically.
So we would rely on that.
Yeah, so, also basically, so they proved that they have the best attack in the world.
Yeah.
And we went to the best defense or the most haram football in the world. Atletico Madrid.
How would it almost worked,
Atletico Madrid, and then we obviously got past there to prove that we have the best defense. If you thought that Atletico is compact and can set up for the big occasion, then we went there and we did it over 2 legs and got to the final. So best attack versus best defense.
Yeah.
And then obviously whatever happened on the night.
Look, it's tough. They needed penalties all around. It took a penalty for them to equalize, to take the game, 2 penalties. It's always tough to lose on penalties. But look, I think 100% it made sense. That approach made complete sense. And it did work, bro. No matter what anybody says, it worked.
There was 120
for
minutes.
all of PSG's possession and for all of their great attacking threat. Like, this is a situation where our defense was as good as their attack, if not better than their attack.
I think it was 4 shots on target versus 1 shot on target.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think it was something like that. And okay, you can come at me with the position stats, but I will tell you this. There has been multiple games that Arsenal have played where we have had 75% position and we still end up throwing a game.
Oh,
we still
yes,
end up,
bro.
So you
It
cannot you can't say that position translates to goals or translates directly into winning games or winning points or getting points on the board or getting goals. It doesn't, because you still need to play to that. And I feel that we definitely locked everything down. I say everything, let's say most of it, because I don't want people to come for me.
I will stand by the fact that we did, because of the fact that they did nothing from open play, bro. I'm sorry, like, I'm not trying to, I know that they deserved winners in the end. I think they deserved winners. That being said, bro, they did need penalties because they couldn't do a thing again. That was honestly one of the best defensive displays I've ever seen. And I didn't think I'd ever be entertained by a defensive display like I was. Like, I honestly wasn't bored. Maybe it was my bias because it was Arsenal in the final. But I was genuinely impressed by how good they were.
And it was crazy.
Where was Kvaratskhelia?
I'll tell you this. I think it was, I mentioned 4 shots on target versus 1 shot on target.
Yeah.
One of the shots I can remember, which is the Fabian Ruiz shot, which is like nothing, man. Someone crossed it over and he just like tried to almost cross it in, but he volleyed it straight to into David Raya's chest. I think he still fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
He caught it and then he needed another attempt to get it. But that was one of the 4 shots on target.
The quality of those shots on target.
What are we doing?
We gave them nothing, bro.
What are we doing here?
We gave them nothing.
And this is where the implementation comes in. I don't think that we played like we should have when we did have the ball. When we did go on the break.
Yeah.
I don't think that implementation was quite as good. I did see Saka maybe try and force a shot or 2 when he should not. When he should not. Yeah, when it got blocked.
Where was his head? Like he didn't seem like he was. I think he was getting a little bit annoyed, agitated almost. Because some of the attempts towards before he got subbed off, it looked almost like, bro, you knew to pass there rather, bro.
Yeah, look, he's our star boy, so he kind of gets free rein to do what he wants to, because he's earned that right. He's earned that by dragging us and being with us and sticking with us and being there. So shout out to the boy. He's always gonna try and always. It's never gonna be a case with him where I want to be the guy to do this. Yes, you always want to be the guy to do this, but he just cares that the team gets over the line. I think the goal where there was the goal that Trossard scored against, it was the 1-0 game where Odegaard assisted him. Saka was off at the time already, and when Trossard scored, he ran up, he jumped up because he knows he's not involved anymore. But like, he just wants the team to do well and the team to get over the line. So shout out to the boy. Individually, there's a lot of players that could have done better, and I feel that should have done better on the night. But okay, that's neither here nor there. Shout out Miles Lewis Kelly.
Yes, what did you make of the lineup?
Played a good game.
The
lineup was good. The lineup was good. I would have maybe done Gyökeres. I'd have started Gyökeres instead of Havertz. I know Havertz scored the goal and has a Champions League experience. I think with Havertz, we got another case of what he brings to the table or what his career as a footballer has been like as a whole, because he scored the winning goal, or not the winning goal, he scored the only goal in the game, and then moments later he gets another chance to absolutely kill the game off and then doesn't. That's his career in a nutshell. Shout out to Havertz.
Yeah, even the Carabao Cup final we saw, bro. He was in the right place.
Exactly. Bro. So
Super Kai, bro.
Super Kai. He got us over the line. He was also one of those guys that really took a lot of criticism over these years, and he's paid us back. So, but I would have gone Gyökeres instead of
Gyökeres probably is the more informed at the moment also.
And then maybe I said he had a good game. I'd have maybe done 2 10s.
Yeah.
I'd have maybe done
Odegaard is it?
I'd have maybe done Odegaard is it, but I do like the Miles Lewis Kelly inclusion.
What a performance,
I
broski.
do.
What's he,
Good,
19?
Great in the Champions League final.
Bro. But again, I think one thing I was happy about also is that shows he's a midfielder for us now, brother.
Do you think PSG has the best midfield in the world?
No.
Who
No,
do
I
you
don't.
think?
And I don't think that because I don't think that they played against the best midfield in the world in us that game. And we kind of coped, bro.
But then who has the best midfield in the world currently? They have the best attack. We have the best.
They have the best attack.
We have the best defense. I don't care what. I don't care who
the
says
best
what.
midfield is a combination of both PSG and Arsenal. I think both teams have like one guy. You
have
could
to choose,
argue
you have
either.
to choose a team. Pick a team.
Okay, you know what? I'll say full strength, fully fit, and everything. I would give it to Arsenal. Full strength, fully fit. I'll give it to Arsenal. I just think that with PSG now, I think they almost
Then who's the three?
at Arsenal fully. I say Declan Rice. I say Martin Odegaard, and I say Martin Zubimendi. I stand by it. Zubimendi was incredible when he first joined. That trio, brother, was sensational. They controlled everything.
They were good.
And I genuinely think, those three, I think they are better than PSG's best. And maybe I'm delusional for saying that, but from what I've seen, even what we saw against PSG last season, we managed last season. I know the aggregate score didn't show that because we lost 3-1 in aggregate, but that doesn't tell the full story, bro.
Definitely not.
We were there.
Donnarumma had a blinder.
That's what I'm saying.
Donnarumma
bro.
had a blinder in both legs.
That's what I'm saying. We created chances.
In both legs.
We created more than enough chances to have. We controlled that midfield a lot more. Do you know what I mean? And I think again, coming into this game, PSG were a lot fitter than we were. They could rotate their players a lot more.
Definitely. I think I saw a stat that Dembele only started 11 games in League One. So.
And they couldn't even, they couldn't go the distance. You saw Mensa grabbing at the hammies.
Definitely.
You saw them grabbing, brother. So, I give it to the boys, man. It's our first final in 20 years. So that alone, bro, well done.
Definitely have to give it to the boys. They not only went there, they didn't get embarrassed like last year when PSG ran 5 past Inter,
bro,
easy peasy. Everyone getting on the score sheet.
I'd much rather have the worst ever possession record than have held 5 in the final.
That game was amazing to watch. As a football,
I loved it.
As a football purist and as a hater as well, because you wouldn't want Arsenal to have the ball. You want Arsenal to be on the back foot the whole time if you were a hater.
And to be fair, I'll give PSG
we
their
gave
dues.
them a show as well.
I'll give PSG their dues. Whenever we did get on the ball, we could do very little with it.
We could do very little.
And that's why I say in this game, PSG had the better midfield. That's why I think fully fit, Arsenal can edge it. But in this game, before Vitinha them went off, bro, we could do nothing. Anytime we tried to turn over.
I think we weren't brave enough to try and do anything, and that's why I say that I think the implementation of it was wrong.
Yes.
I think we should have. We went long a lot.
We
did go long a lot. We went long a lot, and I didn't think it worked. I don't think Kai held up the ball.
That's where Gyökeres would have helped.
Yeah, I don't think Kai held up the ball quite well enough. Whereas Gyökeres would have maybe won a foul, 1 or 2 extra fouls. I don't think Kai's style of play allows to be like argy-bargy with defenders.
And he doesn't have the ball for it.
Yeah, so yeah. But other than that, brilliant game of football. I enjoyed it. It was extremely tense, especially as an Arsenal supporter. If you're watching that game, it was an extremely tense game. But if you know what we're about, then you would have expected us to be
100, bro.
Totally defensive.
Yeah.
And it was just a joy to watch. It was just a joy to watch the guys like do their thing.
Yeah.
Like this is why Saliba is the best. This is why Gabriel is the best. This is why we are so compact.
There's nothing fluke about it, bro.
Like if we had an Mbappe or an Olise that we can just lob the ball to and run through, we could run through people and no one can break us down. People have been struggling for how long to break us down. Didn't we keep after losing to City in the league, we kept 4 clean sheets in a row, winning all our games with clean sheets. So we know how to do this, man. This is what we do.
And that's why we implemented it.
This is what we do.
Sense. The approach made complete sense, bro. But obviously there were talking points. Penalty on Madueke. Yes, no?
I can't answer that and not be an Arsenal supporter, which should tell the neutrals a lot about what I think about it.
That's fair. I think it's easy to say yes, it's easy to say no. But genuinely, you know what? This is one of those situations where I just say, we've seen those given before.
Yeah, definitely we've seen those given before.
I would have been annoyed and understood if it was given against us. I would have argued. But I will say, and so I'm not losing sleep over it.
Watch that back. I think the thing you should be annoyed about is why didn't Nani pass the ball?
Oh, for real? I'll watch it back.
He got past the guy.
Yes, but he ran straight on goal.
And then he took another touch here. He had the opportunity to get the cross in the box.
That's fair. Was someone in the box?
Of course someone's in the box. Jokeris is in the box. I think Jokeris was on, but someone will be in the box.
Yeah, look, I wouldn't argue. My stance is I wouldn't have given the penalty. I did see an angle on Twitter this morning.
Oh, the front angle
that showed how his leg got
there was a front angle. Yes. I think Troops covered it, and on his channel, and then I saw a front angle which was like, bro, this looks
like sus. There's an argument.
Yeah, this looks sus.
But look, I think it falls under the category of it would have been soft, bro.
It would have been
whack if that's how the game was decided.
It would have been soft. I think if he even tries to play that pass in and gets the pass in and then gets fouled by the guy, I think even that looks worse because you will give the referee a decision. But I think if he even, or let me say, I think if he tries to cross the ball and he miskicks it even because of the contact that he feels, I think the ref will be more inclined to give it.
That's fair, actually.
Than just like trying to run and get past him and trying to throw the foul, because essentially that's what he's doing. He's trying to get past the guy and trying to throw the foul, not in the manner to fool the referee, but if I stay here long enough, eventually you'll have to make contact with me, you know. So, but the game went. How the game went. Proud of the boys. And
honestly, I don't think there's anything to talk about with regards to the Saka and the handball nonsense. I don't.
That's crazy.
I think that you're reaching there, bro. Honestly, there was nothing wrong with the Trossard, the breather. It was bounce off Trossard that led to Havertz's goal. But yeah, I don't think there's anything to it. But yeah, man, it's another year that this trophy eludes us. For some reason, this club just cannot get our hands on it. But bro, I'm happy to have seen us in the final, bro.
It's loading.
You know, my voice is like this now because I watched the game at the Arsenal fan club in Plumstead, which is a dope place to go and watch the game. But yeah, it was full. It was mad full, bro. And understand we saw Champions League final. But I will say this, I have a terrible record at that stadium, bro. I watched 2 games there. The first game I watched there was Baku, which we all know how Baku went. And Baku was a dark time there, bro.
Yeah, Baku was a dark time.
And then I watched the Champions League final then, which also we lost. But I will say this, bro. And I think this is a representation of the season that Arsenal had now. It's probably the best way that I could experience the fact that we could. When I left after Baku, it was morbid, bro. Like everyone in that place had their heads down. Everyone's scarves were down. They didn't even play music in the place, bro. You know what I mean? You felt it. But on Saturday night, as soon as we lost, once that full-time whistle left, I can't lie, I was not gonna stay to watch PSG lift the trophy. I went straight from A to B, brother. I got to the car. So I walked out. By the time I got downstairs, bro, the music upstairs was pumping. And it was that AI Arsenal song that everyone... Brother, when I tell you that place for the next hour, you would have thought we won the Champions League,
but spirit should be high.
That's what I'm saying. We're not beat down, bro. We've been on both ends of the spectrum. We've experienced the highest of highs, and it finished off not in the ideal way, but genuinely, whatever any of the haters want to say about how we played that final.
Campio.
I'm proud of the team, bro. I'm proud of the players.
Oh yeah, definitely proud of the guys.
100%. As a penalty, you need to work on that penalty taking, broski.
Hey.
But I'm not even. I can't even criticize anybody today, bro. Genuinely, first Champions League final in 20 years. We went toe to toe with the best. I say I don't care what anyone says about it, bro. I can't be more. Next season, bro. I genuinely think we're back in another final very soon.
I think we're definitely gonna
very soon.
I think we're definitely gonna give ourselves a chance again next year. Come May.
Yep.
We will, or let's say come April, which is the business end of when things happen.
Yep.
I think we will definitely be in conversations for both the Premier League and Champions League as well.
Hundreds.
And whatever else we can muster up, because the squad is deep and the squad is
We went the distance this season.
is hungry and ready, and we're definitely gonna make improvements. Yeah, we're definitely gonna make improvements.
We went the distance, bro. But let us know what you thought about Arsenal versus PSG. Like you heard from us, entertaining game, bro. But I do think that the rightful winners won. And I mean, hats off to PSG going back to back is not easy to do.
Shout out
We don't
PSG.
see it. We don't see it happen very often. Luis Enrique, you're a legend.
Shout out to Enrique,
You're
though.
an absolute legend, bro. So, yeah, we are happy Arsenal fans. Contrary to popular belief, if you've been on Twitter, apparently we're crying. They must not have seen the parade, bro. But, yeah, look.
1.5 M's deep.
Brother.
1.5 M's deep, are you nuts?
We're going to get right into this. I'm going to call it here because I wanted to go straight into the preview, but this has gone on for a while. So, we're going to... The next video, I'm going to drop it tomorrow, is going to be the overall Arsenal season. I'm going to call it under review. Under review. I think that's a fair title for it. But yeah, tomorrow, Arsenal season under review.